All right, welcome back. Baron Capital launching 5 new actively managed ETFs today. Let's get right to Dom Chu with today's ETF Edge and a couple of special guests. Dom?
All right, so Scott, joining me now, fresh off the ringing the opening of the NYSE is Ron Baron, Michael Baron from Baron Capital. Thank you guys both very much for being here right now. Let's talk, first of all, Michael, for you, about why this particular move in ETFs is in the cards and the future for Baron Capital.
Sure. I don't know if it's the future for Baron Capital, but it's a very important milestone for us. We've been in business for over 43 years, doing one thing extraordinarily well, and that's long-term growth equity investing. And we have a mission at Baron Capital, and that's to change the lives of our clients. We can't change as many lives if we're singularly focused on only mutual funds. And we've spent a lot of time over the past year and a half, maybe even 2 years, studying ETFs, trying to understand if we can bring our investment strategy to this structure. And today we're happy to announce that we not only feel like we can, but we just did. And we've had a lot of clients come to us over the past year, 2 years, saying they want to invest with us, they want to utilize us, they understand what we do, they understand a repeatable process, but they didn't have the access point. There were certain things they were trying to achieve, whether it be operational efficiencies, tax efficiencies, intraday liquidity. And we are now giving that to them in this ETF format, and we're super excited to do that.
Now, Ron, an interesting part about this ETF format, some people are thinking maybe this is a different kind of strategy, different types of products, but in the end, these ETFs are just another way to take what your views already are in your existing portfolios, right?
That's right. So we started off in business in 1982 with 10 million under management. 92, we had 100 million, and now we have over 50 billion, 49.5 billion fee-paying, 52.5 billion total AUM, and we've made our clients 57 billion in profits. 57 billion in profits, $52 billion managed money. So we've made people more than they've trusted us to manage, than they have managed, that we manage for them. But we're very excited about our new products that are going to be very similar to what we have already. The one that Michael, Dave, and I manage is called Baron First Principles Fund. It's named after Elon Musk's theory about first principles. Taking the businesses in which you're investing, boiling them down to their essence, just ripping them apart in your head, and seeing if things are being done properly or seeing things where there could be problems, and then building them back up again and being a long-term investor in great people running great businesses. So the essence of the companies, that's across the board of Baron Capital, and First Principles is the way we define how we do this research.
Now, Ron, speaking of Elon Musk, Tesla and now SpaceX have become very closely associated with the business at Baron Capital. Tesla is going back towards its record highs all over again. SpaceX is now the biggest component of your portfolios at Baron Capital. Just how much do you believe in the Tesla and SpaceX stories going forward here, given the fact that we have maybe an anticipated IPO for SpaceX coming up soon as well?
So of the investments that we have about 400 investments, and the top 25 represent about 50% of our assets. And SpaceX is our largest holding, represents about 10 billion of the $52 billion that we manage. And Tesla represents about 5 billion. So those are our two largest holdings. They became the largest holdings because they've been so successful, not because we have invested a great deal of money in them, and we haven't sold. That's the idea, we haven't sold. So the idea of these new portfolios that we have built are all about building around the concepts that we've always looked at for the future. Huge opportunities, great people, and staying for the long term.
Michael, when you take a look at the way that these investments have evolved for Baron Capital, you and your brother David, co-presidents of the firm, what exactly can we expect to see at Baron Capital in terms of the similarities and maybe even some differences as you guys kind of take the helm into the future?
Sure. So as I was speaking about earlier, we've done one thing extraordinarily well for the past 43 years. That's the essence. That's our DNA. We're not going to change what makes a Baron Capital type investment, what makes a Baron Capital type portfolio. What we can expect to be changing is how we deliver that to clients. And if we can meet them where they are, if we can meet them in the structures that make most sense to them, we will do it. It's not just ETFs. It's going into more CITs or UCITS internationally, doing more separately managed accounts, sub-advised, even model delivery. We're really expanding the portfolio lineup to be all-encompassing at Barron Capital.
And Ron, you've done so much in terms of garnering headlines over your investment management career. Did you ever feel as though there would be a time that you'd be ringing the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange for a listing at a company that you had founded, that you had ushered in, and that you are now putting out there for investors?
No, I never thought about that. All we thought about is that our mission in life is not to try to make as much money as we can, as fast as we can, but we've defined it as changing lives the lives of our clients, changing the lives of our employees by making everyone financially successful and helping businesses in which we're investing whenever we can to do better than they would have done if we had not been their investors. And the information, I was talking to you before about how my wife gets upset regularly because I work, I'm in the office at 8 in the morning and I'm often there till I don't get home till 6 or 7 o'clock at night. And she says, I don't understand. And then like a couple of days ago, I'm at home and it's after dinner and we're talking a little bit. And then I was on the phone for half an hour with SpaceX. Happens all the time. She said, how can you not turn it off? Turn it off. But it's so interesting, our business, about learning about businesses all the time. It's about learning. That's what we do. We learn. And that's how come I keep doing this. It's entertaining for me. It keeps you young as I can be. And I'm around young people like Michael and David and all these other people who work with us as well, who've learned the system about the process about how we invest.
All right. Well, we're going to this fascinating conversation, guys. Ron, Michael, thank you so much. We're going to continue this with Ron and Michael over at etfedge.cnbc.com. We'll talk a lot more about the ETFs, about SpaceX and Tesla. Come on, join us over there. Scott, I'll send things back over to you.